Hi everyone, and welcome back to Hollow Knight with me, Kid K. Mirai. Let's hit it and get started. Last time we got the first of the second set of Crimson Flames or Scarlet Flames for Grimm, and now we are going to go ahead and immediately get started looking for the other two. The first one that we're going to go for is down in Kingdom's Edge. So we will continue on our journey with our dear little friend the Grimm child, who now spits wonderful fire at our foes. Yes. Go, my child. Thank you. I was waiting for them to do that for me. Looks like it's gonna be... That is one amazing thing that the Grimm child is good for, among many things that the Grimm child is good for. Okay, so it looks like we need to get down into the bottom part of this room and fight one of those next level of clowns. However, we are going to head up here to where there's a little bit better ground for it. I say, oh, we're gonna go get to where there's better ground for it, and then I immediately get hit. That's all right. Grimm child, help! That's its best attack for getting off hits on. I can usually get two, and then if Grimm child gets one, that's doing pretty good. Get out of the floor! Grimm child! Whoa, buddy! You did it! You did it, sweetheart. Alright, flame consumed. Okay, let's see where the next one is. I need the map. Next one is up in Resting Grounds, and that shouldn't take too long to get to because we're just going to go up through King's Station and hit up that elevator. So, I will see you in just a second when I get there. Okay, here we are at the elevator. I wanted you to actually see it go up because we hadn't actually gotten on this one before. So you can see where it comes up. Here we are in Resting Grounds, more or less. But this is another little area, you know, under the Resting Grounds, you know, Aegis, but I don't know that we've been down here yet. May as well fight these guys. Help me, Grimm child. Come on, do the one where I can actually get off a hit on it. There we go. Now here's another big sign, and you can see the Dreamcatcher motif in the background of that one, and I mean those look kind of like gravestones, so it is a pretty good you know, symbol for the Resting Grounds. And here we are with our third and final French clown of this set. I'm gonna go back here. Get over here so my child can get you. Since I have such trouble doing it. I just keep jumping straight into the things. I'm sorry guys, I promise that my fighting will, you know, improve Maybe I shouldn't make promises like that. My fighting against these guys is not going to improve. There's no time for it, too. There's only this one left.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome work, Grimm Child. We are making a dent. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go and see Daddy Grimm. But actually, we are going to make a quick stop along the way, so we're actually going to go back through Resting Grounds. Well, I'll show you, actually. We're actually going to get on the tram between Resting Grounds and Forgotten Crossroads, because there's something in Forgotten Crossroads that we have not gotten yet. Insert tram pass, yes. So you can see, let's take a look. This says we have all 3 flames. So, oh, well, I didn't mean to shoot that, but okay. So we gotta go back and see your dad, but you are going to help along the way with something else. Let's see where we are. Yeah, I think we should be able to get there. I don't know if you noticed, because I didn't really show myself walking around too much in Infected Crossroads, but some areas of Infected Crossroads are blocked off now. Like, you can't, so one of the exits near to where the stag station is actually blocked off. So, you know, making it impossible to navigate through that. And then also one of the exits near the ancestral mound is blocked off, so it just makes it a little more difficult to get around in here. It's blocked off by big giant bubbles of infection, so pretty gross. And here we're gonna head in here. And carefully not get hit by the exploding things. Unfortunately, this guy who is really good for money got really infected. It's just so bright, you know, light kind of thing. Okay, do you remember how over here there was this thing right here that we could not get through because it was entirely spikes? Now, we can get through it because we had the super dash. We could have gone in here and gotten this at any point after getting the super dash ability, but just it never came up because we weren't really anywhere near Forgotten Crossroads for a while. So, just an area full of aspids, looks like. Highly infected area. And we've triggered ourselves an aspid gauntlet. Something that, you know, would have been scarier a lot earlier in the game, when they took more than one hit to kill. Okay, so finished the gauntlet, and what that did was it unblocked this, which leads to this, a charm called Glowing Womb. This thing isn't a thing that you can talk to, but you can dream nail it, and it just says breed. Let's see. This charm is down here. It's this one. Glowing Womb. Drains the soul of its bearer and uses it to birth hatchlings. The hatchlings have no desire to eat or live and will sacrifice themselves to protect their parent. Next time we hit a bench, I'm going to just put that on for a second just so that you can see what that looks like. because I've realized that I don't really change up my charms that much just because I have my set that I really enjoy. But the hatchlings are kind of cute, so I will show you them when we get to a bench. When we get to the bench in Dartmouth, really. Which is where we're going to go next to show Grimm our good work. And so, you notice they give you an exit that doesn't involve the spikes. So, I am going to go ahead and go up there, and I will see you at the Dartmouth bench. Just a second, guys. Okay, guys, here we are in Dartmouth, and can show you we actually got a little bit of area added to the map, sort of right in the middle of Ancestral Mound, where that charm was. Now let's go ahead and pop that charm on for just a second, because I have quite a lot of soul, and I'll just show you what it does real quick. See, I have a bunch of soul. See, it drains my soul and gives me these little guys. I'm just going back down here to a place where there's actually enemies. And then you'll see what my little hatchlings do. They basically go run into enemies for me and do damage. I just like how they look like the knight. So it basically does a lot of passive damage, similar to how the Grimm Child does, except Grimm Child does not use up your soul to do it. So in some instances, your little hatchlings, having them around, can impede you from healing or doing other magic, because, you know, you've got these guys have drained your soul in order to appear. But they do rest with you. Their little wings twitch, and they're good little friends. But for right now, since we need to show Grimm his child full of flame, we do need to put the child back on. And let's go ahead and switch up our charms a little bit. Let's do well, I can't fit Unbreakable Strength on right now, but let's do my Stalwart Shell for right now. And hello again, child. Let's go see what your dad says about the chicken nuggets that I got you this time.
Baba Gondala.
Very good. The child burns with flame. Master is waiting for you. Brum, you're rather like the nailsmith. You don't have a whole lot to say. Let's go see what Master says. Hello again.
Oh, soul man.
Wonderful, wonderful. My kin arrive and the time has come.
You took my child.
This searing fire, it carries well the ritual's promise. Dance with me, my friend. The crowd awaits. Show them you are worthy of a starring role.
Okay. Let's dance. Bow. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. It is so much fun. He is truly dancing with you as you play. He's got a lot of cool moves, and I gotta get my rhythm going, guys. Also, I don't want to talk too much during this because the music is awesome, so just, hold on just a second. right here, guys. Yeah. Shoot. I'm usually better at this. I think I screwed up by talking too much at the beginning. Thank you for not hitting me, Grimm. Well, I had a feeling that was going to happen, guys. I'm usually much better at that fight, but I started talking at the beginning of it, and that messed me up. But anyway, let's go try it again. The thing about that fight is that it is like a dance in the sense that when he goes low, you go over him. When he goes high, you go under him. You know, he shoots his bats, you go above that. I got my shade back, and I'm just going to go and sit again. You have to bring the child with you to trigger the fight, for one thing. So, like, I can't take that off and stick something else to it. But wish me luck that the second time's a charm, because I really do enjoy this fight. But I'm just gonna shut up this time. Just do it. See his stagger as he turns into a bunch of little bats. I think that's adorable, personally. During that part is to clock jump. Just spin around as you go. Okay, second stagger. You can actually hit him while he's a bat, but I've never been able to master doing that. I had full health for just like about a second there. the dramatic conclusion. Hello. Always bow. Ah, wait, hold on. I actually have to hit listen. I like the little guys in the background. They kind of look like the dudes that we've been fighting all along, you know? So they're all Grimmkin as well. Would you believe that I have in the past been able to do that fight hitless? I managed to embarrass myself in front of you guys, but that's okay. I'm sure Grimm still appreciates my performance.
Oh, soul man.
Bravo, my friend. Hear how the crowd adores you. They've not seen such a show in a long time.
See, he still thinks I'm cool. My Grimm child evolved again.
Look here, how our child has grown, nourished and strengthened by the heat of our passionate dance. The two of you will feature in many tragedies and triumphs together, I'm sure. And so, our great ritual nears its end. Will you continue to harvest the flame, even though now you surely see the path it illuminates for us? Our scarlet eyes will watch you keenly, friend. Go out into the darkness. Harvest the last lingering embers of this kingdom. Then return to me, and we will complete our dance.
Dramatically sent me a chest. And it's a charm notch. Thank you, Grimm. I love a nice charm notch. Okay, still nothing to find over there. And it's quiet here. Brum is gone. Brum, where did you go? Okay. Is Brum just always gone now? Brum is gone. That's weird. Well, look at how cool the Grimm child looks now. They've got a red body and 3 wings on each side. That is awesome. Now, let's just take a look at the charm, which looks even scarier now than it did before. We got the thing for Troop Master Grimm, but let's take a look. It looks like there are... Ooh, there's one all the way over there. There's a few more flames found. There's actually 4 on the map. We're not going to continue with this quest right now, though, because the gathering up stuff videos, you know, I've been enjoying them, but I do want to progress into a new area today. So instead of continuing with our Grimmchild quest line, we are going to start doing something else. But before we do that, let me read you Grimm's Hunter's Journal entry. It just says Master of the Grimm Troupe, and it says, "Through dream I travel at lantern's call to consume the flames of a kingdom's fall." So basically what the Grimm Troupe does, as implied by its journal entry so far, is they're summoned to a kingdom which is presumably not really doing so great. And they will go around and collect the embers of this kingdom's fall, the flames associated with them. They're flames, quote, in dream, and they have red dream catchers associated with them. So they're as associated with dreams as, the seer and the moths people are. So that's kind of interesting. It's something to remember for the future when we get some more lore. But if I take off Grimmchild, now I can constantly have on my unbreakable strength if I want to. However, for right now, what I'm going to do real quick while I am here is I am going to try to get another unbreakable charm by going to see Divine. I might have enough to pay her back for it, so I'm just going to go ahead and hand it over, because I went and fought in the Coliseum of Fools again. Hello. I can smell it. Another gift made for me. Give it to me. Sure. Yeah, we know. You eat it. She just says the same things and eats it again. It's a perfect thing just for me. Now I just have to go through, Again? You're so greedy for gifts. Poor little lovely. Give me your geo, and I will give you your gift. Yes, I will pay to get a gift. It's a very unfortunate gift. But it is glowing gold again. Now we have unbreakable greed. And there is a reason why I'm doing this, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, and now she's still talking about the last one. But I don't have enough money for that. Unbreakable greed is the least expensive. Unbreakable strength was next. And you know, actually I can't have on. No, I can. I can wear my unbreakable strength with my exploring charms. Okay, so actually what we're gonna do next is head down to fungal wastes of all places. So let's go ahead and do that. I will see you in just a second. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down there via the Forgotten Crossroads drop down into fungal waste, because we're actually going to go see Leg Eater real quick. So I'll see you when I get to his shop. Okay, my dudes, here we are at Leg Eater's house. And you might have noticed, I pointed this out when we first talked to Divine, that she talks a lot about his charms as gifts, and when he originally showed us the charms, he said that we had to pay to see something nice, and that they were special gifts. So let's see what he has to say about that. I'm curious. My charm. What did you do to it? The smell. Different. Strange, but nice. Very nice. That smell talks to me. Someone, somewhere. Very nice. So, he's noticed that our charms are different. Let's see if he says something different if I put on this unbreakable charm, or if it's the same. Okay, no, it's the same. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright, so he thinks that Divine's smell is nice. Which, you know, gross. But, we're definitely doing something here. We're making something happen. So, over here is a part of the map we haven't been to. And I said that we were going to go and do something new and different today. And we totally are. But first we have to do something that's just a little bit the same, which is get another essence tree. See, I always hope, whenever I have to deal with these bouncing purple mushrooms, that it's going to be the last time I have to deal with the bouncing purple mushrooms. But it never is. There's always another time when I have to deal with the bouncing purple mushrooms. That have a tendency to just boing, boing, boing me straight into enemies. small essence tree, but you know. And over here, see all these bubbles? There was an area that we went to very early on in the game that we just sort of passed through a little bit. That was called Fog Canyon, and we never did, you know, get a map for it. Here we are in another part of it, accessible through the fungal wastes, that we still don't have a map for it. But now we are actually going to start to explore this place. And the reason why I didn't want to have the Grimm child around is because if you recall, when you hit these things, they zoom towards you and explode very violently. And with the Grimm child just sort of floating around doing its, you know, little flames, they would be setting that off constantly. And I can't have that. So instead, we are just going to deal with not having our little friend around for right now, which is, you know, sad, but will live. I forget what's up here, to be honest. Ooh, but there's a something. Oh yeah, okay. I'll show you where this goes to, and then I'll drop back down. This actually leads straight back up into Infected Crossroads, I should say. This was a room that we went to pretty early on in the game, just sort of over here. But if you go underneath this thing, you get a secret passage straight down into Fog Canyon. So that's actually going to be pretty helpful for something much later on that we're going to do. But not just yet. Okay, so just going to progress through here a little bit. Let's see what we can see. Basically going to go in each of the exits you can find in turn. And those ones down there, like that bubble there that has the orange in it, will also explode. So this is kind of a dangerous place. It's not one of my favorite areas, let's just say, because it can be kind of difficult to navigate without hurting yourself. So just, you know, bear with me, guys. That was so stupid that I hit that first thing, but so great that I didn't hit the second one. Okay, let's see if I can think of something to do. There we go. Oh. See, I did the opposite thing that time. I didn't hit the bubble, but I did get hit by the thing. Alright. See, now that shouldn't have... Okay. Okay. This is something that's worth it. It's a charm notch, and it actually gave me back all my health to get it. So that, I keep trying to look at the map. So now we have even another charm notch that we can use for not doing that again. That we can use for putting on cool charms and accessories. Okay, back out the way we came. I'm gonna try to kill some of these guys for soul. They oh, you know what? Did I ever show you the Hunter's Journal entries for the little jellyfish guys? Let me go and show you that, just so that you know what those things are called and what they're about. Because we ran into them pretty early on in the game, and I don't know that you got to know what they were called. Okay, the little ones are called uomas. It's the smallest jelly form, passive and unaware, but pulsing with dangerous electric charge.
The spirit of a dead ancestor, the brain of a larger creature allowed to drift free, an egg searching for a safe place to spawn. I have no idea what this is. And the bigger ones are called Uma, or Oma, probably more likely, because O for egg. Passive outer being protecting an aggressive explosive core. And the hunter really does not like these. Ghastly, eerie creature made out of thick liquid. You can peer right through them and can't see where they keep their thoughts. I don't trust them at all. Keep away. I do try to keep away from them. Okay, so I keep trying to check a map. We don't have a map made. We don't. We do not. Okay, but you see there's also electricity sparking all over the place. You know, this is a dangerous place. Just gonna, stay away from the big guys and try to kill the small guys for their soul. There's a lot of them. Where is Cornifer? I want a map. Not here. But here's Quirrell. Actually, hold on before I talk to Quirrell. I'm always so excited to see him, but there's a grub over here. There's a grub over here. Yay! Our first grub in a while. Yeah. Okay, now I will talk to Quirrell. Because I'm so happy to see you, buddy. I really am. We haven't seen Quirrell in forever. Honestly, I just didn't want to forget about that grub, and I know that I would have with, my brain being the way it is. Quirrell! Doesn't this kingdom just abound with surprises? A building atop an acid lake. Despite the sight, I can't help but feel familiarity. Something stirs in my mind, though I can't yet tell what. I'd thought it my lust for discovery that led me here, but now there seems something else. This building beckons me. This building specifically? I can feel it calling. Dare I head in? Who are you that leads me to this place? Well, I'll dare head in. Maybe he'll follow me. Teacher's Archives. And we don't have a map, but we can see on this map that we are right on top of that one dreamer mask. And one of the dreamers was called Monoman the Teacher. It's kind of a neat place. It's all full of, glowy jellyfishes. So map updated, the map that we, don't have. If you look in the map area of here, it still isn't filled in. That just means that when we do get a map, it will be filled in. So, surely let's see about some good charms. Let's try that guy and maybe, let's do steady body, maybe. After all, if we're in a place that's, called after one of the dreamers and, the dreamers kind of assaulted us a couple of times with magic and, sent us into a dream realm, it's probably best to be ready for, expect the unexpected kind of thing. Got full soul here, too. You can actually go down on either side of this place. This just happens to be the one I was closer to. See, it just sort of, links up. There's all these tubes and bubbles, and it looks very science-y in comparison to, a lot of the stuff in this game. Nice big room here. Ooh, what's that? Uh-oh. This thing is called Umu.
And it's gonna try and get me with electricity. What it does is it either spawns a whole lot of electricity all over the place, or it does ones that will follow you. Like that second attack. Quirrell helps you fight Umu. Because actually if you try to hit it and see, you bounce right off of it. But we have a friend to help us. And when he does his attack on it, that downs its force field and allows us to get some hits in. I can't believe we're fighting alongside our dear friend Quirrell. It's so awesome. This is so cool, guys. Don't you think this is neat? I mean, Quirrell always was wandering around with a sword, you know, telling us to loot corpses and saying that stuff was dangerous and stuff, but we've never seen him fight, and now we get to. And with his help, we are able to defeat Umu. You simply can't do it without him. So he did dare head in. Something beckoned him inside, and when he saw us being attacked here, he helped us out. What a good friend. I love Quirrell. Well, this got unsealed, so now we're able to pass through down deeper into this teacher's archives area. Let's explore. So there's just a whole lot more of these tubes around. Inspect. A tank full with charged lumaflies. Oh, so those guys are like, my dog is barking. Hold on. Hello, Penny! Hold on just a second, guys. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. There was a noise downstairs, and Penny took that as her cue in her great wisdom to start throwing a fit, and then when I got up to go downstairs, I must have touched a button, and it, like, stopped the recording, so I had to take a second and, you know, restart everything. But luckily, this time the game recording stopped. I noticed it, and so nothing bad happened, which is very good because we're about to do something very important. Anyway, I wanted to show you the Hunter's Journal entries for that, but the charged Lumafly, remember the Lumafly lantern, so they're like the little guys that are in our lantern, but they're charged up with electricity. So it says, when threatened, they cluster together, generating electricity. They usually drift about peacefully, but sometimes they cluster together and spit out a sharp, crackling flash that will stun and burn even large beasts like myself. Watch closely for an opening and move past them quickly. So that's cool, but also that entry is interesting for the pure fact that the hunter describes himself as a beast. You know, remember, like the Deep Nest and keeping the beasts at bay, and one of the dreamers is called Hera the Beast. So, you know, there's that. But anyway, let's look at the entry for Umu. Intelligent being that guards the inner chamber of the teacher's archives. The canyon below us, the one thick with fog and crackling with strange energy. A hunter can lose their senses down there. Be careful. Strange and unnatural things lurk there. He really does not like the jellyfish. Also, kind of sad that this was an intelligent being that, you know, we went and killed, but, you know, it kind of had to be done. Okay, inspect. Oh, well, that's weird. That's very computery seeming, almost. Just words. Of absence, their abundance, shell outer, O inner place, in absence, their void, liquid substance, O weave, absence, inner, O shell outer, their mater, pure, void, vessel, absence, all outer, contain. People have tried to like decipher what that could mean, and but the thing is that their speculations are kind of spoilery, so I'm not gonna go into that with you right now. But just inspecting various places. So we have another one of these. King light, M growth, in kind flow, all think, Enfield, old light, M essence, M dream, M ungrowth, O end think, Abba, king light, ch old light, them kin. See, this actually has a couple of interesting words in it. Old light, king light, and dream. You know, again, this could be referring to in some way the infection, and maybe the king's or the kingdom itself's, you know, attempts to resist the infection. Och, think flow, Abba, dream, uncontained, their ungrowth, end life. Also, the fact that the word Abba keeps coming up, Abba was on a lore tablet type thing in the Soul Sanctum. So that was the other way up from Umu's place. So we're gonna go do the central area of the Teacher's Archives and see what we can see up here. Inspect. Something glows within the tank. Hi, I was hitting the tank with my sword and my dream nail.
C'est chiaro,
Did she call you two then? I realize it's no coincidence we arrived together. Though much of my memory is blank, this place I recall. Within these chambers, the teacher sought to store the kingdom's knowledge, and at its core she stored herself.
Kalakma.
To save Hallownest, the teacher willingly became a seal, but upon herself she enacted an additional protection. Though I cannot recall its happening, I played a part in that feat. She called me here, now, to reverse that protection, all in aid of you. His hat matches the teacher's mask. And now we have a figure sleeps within the tank. So Quirrell was in some way involved with Monoman the teacher, and when she became a dreamer, which we know is part of some kind of an attempt to, you know, seal the infection or do something about the infection. But remember, the seer said something like, you know, that seal of theirs, I wonder how long they thought it would last. So I guess the teacher thought that by, you know, getting rid of her mask and sending it away with Quirrell, that it would maybe make it harder to undo her part of the seal. Do not hesitate. The choice to reform was hers, not mine. She knows what you would do and seems to welcome it. To think such a small creature would bear this kingdom's fate. The thing is, once again, as usual in this game, perhaps the knight knows what they're doing, but the player doesn't necessarily know. I mean, we'll talk about that more after I do this part, but what you need to do is dream nail her. And this is our first time facing a dreamer. In this dream world again, where kind of looks like the place where they sealed us in the sense that there's these glowing dream catchers around, but this one is, you know, more dusky and purple, whereas the one we were in before had all these, you know, like grassy bits and lampposts. But here she is, Monoman the teacher. Hello. and we can strike her with our nail or our dream nail.
For diversity, a seal. A world forever unchanging. The seals must break. Forever.
Okay, I've exhausted our dialogue. And you remember when the dreamers appeared to us, there seemed to be almost some dissent within their ranks. There would be one that would say, the seals cannot be broken, and another would say they must be undone. And so it was Monoman, always, who was saying that the seals had to be broken. And now we just have to keep smacking her. And what you do is you hold B to focus. Just come out of it, just sort of flopped over. So basically we killed Monoman and undid her seal, and you could see that in that last little bit of the cutscene. That was back in the Black Egg Temple, where that giant black, egg was that had the 3 mask seals on it. Now hers is gone, and you could see again that noise that came from the inside was the same as in the very, very first cutscene when we saw that creature cry out like that just before we saw the knight coming into King's Pass and headed into Dirtmouth. So, we've just done our very first dreamer, guys. Nice work, us. But, let's see what Quirrell thinks about that. The madam's life is extinguished, and with it her seal breaks. It's a heavy thing you attempt, but I've seen your prowess up close, and she too believed you capable. Be on your journey then, and allow me rest a time. With the deed complete, I begin to feel my age. Anything else? Okay, no, just the same thing. That's the same juvenile dialogue, and he will wait there just a little bit because, as it turns out, our friend Quirrell, the explorer, was here not just because he loved exploring, but because he knew Monoman, and she called him there to do what he just did, to assist in the breaking of her seal. So you have to wonder, this is about the point in the game where I started to wonder, are we doing the right thing? Is the knight actually doing something that's good, or are we playing a character that's, going to cause something bad? Because it seemed to me like, okay, we have an infection that's sealed up, and, there's this lock on it, and the knight seems to be going around destroying what is holding that seal sealed. After, breaking a seal, I didn't know what was going to happen in the game. I hope I haven't given you too many spoilers that if you haven't played the game before, you won't necessarily know what's going to happen yet. But, or maybe you've guessed. But, I started to just wonder, are we playing a character who, unbeknownst to us, was doing something like letting the infection go free, instead of doing things to stop it? You'll find out. We'll find out together what it's really all about. But for now, since I'm coming up on an hour of recording time, I think that's a good place to stop. I mean, we've done quite a bit today. We worked on our Grimm Troupe quest, and as promised, we finally went into a new area that we hadn't been, and not only that, got to work on one of the major quests of the game, which is to go and see all three dreamers. So now we have some better idea of what, our interactions with those dreamers are going to be like. Is it our quest to kill them all? Are we trying to free the infection, which would be something bad? Or are we trying to do something else, to remedy this, ongoing infection, since it seems like it's escaping anyway, or restarting? So is what we're doing something to deal with the kingdom's old way and face it in a different way? I can't really say too much more because I do know what's going on here and I don't want to spoil it for you all. So, next time we are going to continue our trek through the Fog Canyon. Hopefully we'll be able to get a map, and we're going to check out some more areas of that. And then we might do some more running around collecting, or we might go someplace even, new beyond that. We'll just have to wait and see and find out together, everybody. So, until next time, have a good night, everybody.